Aquarius, as we go into August, we are at your halfway point. Actually, we've been there since the sun went into Leo. So you're moving through August, the halfway point between your birthday month, and the significant astrological signatures, events we have, are connected to the full moon and the new moon of August. So the full moon in August is your full moon. It's the full moon in Aquarius. And this is a time of that true realization. A lot of times I will say there's a collective birthday for everybody, and that's when the new moon happens. So when the new moon happens in Aquarius, even if your birthday's before or after, that's a collective new Aquarian birthday. And just as the full moon in Aquarius happens, that's the collective Aquarian halfway point in your birthday year. So there's a lot of reflecting back to you of illumination and really knowing yourself that comes in with it. The reason this full moon is so intense is Saturn is square the full moon. Saturn's at 17 degrees of Scorpio here, square the 18 degrees of the sun and the moon. And that means that there's this pressure, the pressure for balance. And for you, it's a balance between doing what you want and having others in your life. What is it where's my independence? Where do I feel free? Where do I want to go out and do it my way? And how do I stay in balance with what other people are going through? And it can be, some of this is suggesting it could be what other people think. And that pressure point can come from a work environment. It could come with friends, it could come with a spouse or significant other, but its work environment energy is pretty strong. Now, if you're not working, then the pressure can, whatever you're doing in your life, that's your work. The other significant energy we have with this full moon is something that's been going on for a while, which is a quincunx, energy of adjustment between Saturn, our responsibilities, and Uranus, which is our freedom. And this continues on. So this is an ongoing vibe. In the full moon day, we have Lilith, which is an archetype of the enraged woman who enraged when she feels threatened, when she feels that someone wants to put her in her place, so to speak. And so there's this deep archetypal energy with this full moon of, do not try to put me in my place. I know how I think. I need to be my own person. And in Leo, following the heart. Following what your heart says to you. This is my path. This is where I need to go. And then we move into the new moon energy, and you will see that Mars has gone up to that 17-degree point where Saturn is, instigating, pushing, and it pulls back to the full moon, which where Saturn was, right? So it's like reaching back to whatever came up for you around the full moon. Now that Mars is here, it's saying do something. Whatever you figured out is something that's good for you to do. Start to take action. This is a new cycle. It doesn't mean that it will be easy because it's conjunct Saturn. There could be obstacles in the way. There could be reasons in the way. There could be responsibilities in the way. But still, find what you need to do in order to fulfill. The new moon in Virgo is opposite Neptune. So Virgo wants everything organized and practical, and let's get back to work and back to school and get healthy. It's a very good time to do any of that feeling of, I'm ready to tackle a new project, whatever that could be for you. But Neptune is here and says, don't forget the spiritual part of life. And don't forget what could be ideal. Don't get so caught up in whether it's practical or not that you hypnotize yourself into thinking it can't be done. allow for the imagination, allow for the concept of what could be. And there is a lot about service here. There is a pull between giving to others for the higher, greater good. In a way, and in serving a higher, greater good, it will serve you too. Mercury has now joined the 17-degree party, right? Mars is at 17, Saturn's at 17. This is sextile, and guess what? Quincunx, 150 degrees away from that, is Uranus, which creates a finger of fate or yod. And this is, which means, that energy means that something can come into your life. It would have to hit a personal point in your chart at 16 or 17 degrees. So what it would mean, that an idea, a thought, something coming into your life that brings you an aha moment and can take you in a different direction than you thought or that you expected that it could go. So it's staying open to different concepts, staying open to different meanings, and also there is a potential, if you, and again, this depends on your own individual chart, but if there has been any misunderstanding or conflict between either you and a brother and sister, or you and a friend that felt like a sibling, a sister to you, that this time frame can bring a healing or an understanding, even if it doesn't bridge the relationship. Sometimes people pass over, but an understanding on your part and a releasing where it brings peace and compassion to the situation.